All right, so everybody, welcome to morning yoga. Today's a special day, so we really want to make this as relaxing and restorative as possible, but I do have some actual flowing movement planned so that we can keep our mind and our bodies occupied and then come back to a place of stillness. Can everybody hear me okay? Doing all right? Okay, good. So let's start by setting an intention. So bring your hands together in front of your heart, palms touching, and chin slightly down. Decide what it is that you need for yourself today. Maybe it's a little bit of calmness. Maybe it's a little bit of strength. Picking one word that represents your intention of why you're here today and what you need for the day. You can make an I am statement. I am calm. I am strong. I am hopeful. So pick anything that works for you, even if it's not what I said, you can welcome to borrow my own. And set that as in the back of your mind as your intention for your practice today. Releasing your hands. Take a few breaths here. Feel the breath mindfully moving in through the nostrils, down into the lungs, and back out again. Become aware of whatever sensations you feel in your body today. Gathering that information will help you move through our class and know which areas of the body need more love and which areas of the body are ready to move. Take 3 more rounds of breath, beginning to deepen that breath. Good, and then just come back to a natural breath. Gently open the eyes. We'll take an inhale to draw the shoulders up toward the ears. And an exhale through the mouth, bring them down. 2 more times. Inhale, draw them up. And exhale, release down, away. 1 more time. Good, and release. I find even little creaky sounds in my shoulders just by doing that. Let the chin fall down toward the chest, feeling the length across the back of the neck. And then slide your, actually instead of sliding your chin, we're gonna roll the right ear a little towards the right shoulder. Good, and then chin to chest. Inhaling to roll left ear toward left shoulder. And exhale down. Continue this little pendulum type movement, just checking in with the neck and the shoulders. The next time you're over to the right, pause there, relax both shoulders, extend the left arm off to the side diagonally, and then open and close that left hand. Feeling as if we could stretch that left side of the neck a little bit longer, but no strain. Relax both shoulders. Now turn the left palm up, and then open and close the hand. Bringing the hand back to the lap, chin back to the chest. Good, and then letting the left ear roll over toward the left side. How much can you soften this pose? If you feel like you're straining, back off a little bit. Good, reach the right arm out diagonally, stretching those fingertips away. Let's open and close the hand of the right side. And then turn the right palm up and open and close the hand there. Bringing the hand back to the lap, chin back to chest. And the next time you go to the right, allow yourself to come into a circle, bringing the head around a few times. Make it smaller if this is too big of a movement. You can always just draw the letter O with your nose. Going slowly, mindfully, a few times in one direction, and then reversing that direction. I notice the pops and the areas where I feel extra tension in my body if I go slowly enough. Good. And then bringing your head back to neutral. Noticing how your neck and shoulders feel. So if your shoulders are okay with the movement, we're going to clasp the hands together. So if your shoulders aren't happy, you're going to keep them here. If your shoulders are okay with coming behind the head, bring your elbows and open them up and let your head lean back into your hands. So if your hands are on your chest, you're just going to be careful about letting that head drop back. So just notice how this feels. For me, this is a very tense area, this upper body part. Take a little wiggle right and left. Good. And then coming to upright, release your arms. Let's roll the shoulders around a few times. Good. And then reverse the direction. Good. Start to scoot forward. So we're away from the back of the chair, feet are reaching the ground. And we're going to just take that right arm and sweep it out and back, and then across. You can even bring the right hand to the left shoulder. Inhale, expand out, and exhale, cross it over. Feel free to make it really small by just keeping the elbow bent rather than stretching out the arm. So adjusting to what your body needs today. And we're actually starting to find a little bit of twisting movement here. Good. Beautiful. Releasing, we'll go left arm and inhale. So again, hand to shoulder or stretching out the arm as we sweep it out behind us, and then exhale across to the right. Maybe taking your chin down to that right shoulder. Following your hand with your head. Exhale. Take a couple more. Got one more person joining today. Good. And then releasing. Nice job. Find a little bit of wiggle. You know me, I love to wiggle. Let your body circle around a little. Maybe it's a little side to side movement instead. So you choose what your body needs. What's going on, right? Where do you hold tension in your body? Good. And always the breath is the key to everything we're doing. Because if we're holding our breath or taking shallow breaths, we're going to be in this panic mode. So we want to take small, slow, deeper breaths. Okay. Now we're going to work a little bit through our core. You're going to use the hands to press forward and then make fists, turn the palms up and draw the arms back. So we usually use this for arm work. We're pressing forward and then pulling it in. Good. So think about how much your arms are working here and then pull it in. Okay. Give the arms a rest. Find a nice long spine. Feel how your spine is supported by all the muscles of your back and your core muscles, your belly muscles. So we're going to add now. So extend the right leg, press forward but lean back. Ooh, that's a lot of different stuff, isn't it? Anytime this is too much, you're just not going to lean very far. And then we're going to pull it in, bring the leg back in, and lean forward. Good. Press out, right leg forward, lean back, pull it in, lean forward. Good. One more time. Pressing and pulling. This one's a little bit of choreography, I know. And then release, do a little wiggle side to side. Good. And then we'll switch legs. So left leg extends, arms reach forward, pressing forward, lean back. Good. Notice how the belly has to work to hold yourself up here. And then pull it in, bring the foot in and lean forward. Good. Press out and pull it in. Last time, press out, pull it in. Good. Releasing the arms and finding more wiggle. Today's going to be about wiggling in between just to release anything that we've created that's tension. We're going to do that same pressing movement, but now we're going to take the feet a little bit wider so we can easily press out to the right and then pull it in. Imagine as if you were pushing a wall away and then you're pulling a rope in towards your body. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Reach and pull, and reach and pull. Relaxing the arms, maybe finding a little forward fold just in between sets. Keeping your hands on your thighs, head relaxes. Good, and slowly coming back up. We'll go other side, so left hand reaches out, feel the body working here, and then pulling in that rope. A little bit of arm movement, stretch, press away, and then pull it in. Good, 1 more time. Reach out. Good, and pull it in. Good. I don't know how many we did. I don't know, just do whatever feels even. Good. Releasing that arm, roll out the shoulders. Oh, maybe the shoulders are starting to feel a little looser than they did at the beginning. Maybe, I don't know. Mine are pretty tense. Now we're going to find that circular movement. So you know how we normally do cat-cow. We're going to come to a twisted version of that. So we did this yesterday for those of you who are in stretch and stability. Right shoulder toward left knee, but round your shoulder. Good. Then chest comes forward, scooping the chest forward, shoulders are down the back. Good. Left shoulder over to right knee. And then coming back, we're going to lean back like a cat. Good. So continue going really slowly or making smooth circles. Your choice, what feels better here. Connecting all 4 of those movements. Going almost as if we were doing cat-cow in a circle. Beautiful. The next time you come to an upright spine, just reverse the direction of that. Take it really smoothly, slowly. Or fast, if you like fast, it's okay. Just be mindful of how it feels in the body. Good. And then just coming back to an upright position, come through a regular, straightforward cat and cow, taking the chest forward, looking up, and then rounding as we tuck. I'm going to take it a little easy on my back arches today because my back is still a little sore. So I'm going to go really soft. You guys can go as strong or as gentle as you need. Listening always to your body, just like I'm always telling you. I got to listen to my own advice, right? Good. Coming back to a neutral spine. We're going to now clear the table. So right shoulder goes over to the left, and then we're going to reach that right arm out, and we're going to clean the table 3 times. So clean and circle it around. 3, good, 2, and this is the last one. Nice job. Beautiful. Left elbow or left shoulder reaches to the right. Extend that left arm and then clean the table.
Eva, are you listening to music?
Yeah, do you hear something?
Oh, yeah, music.
Is it distracting?
No, I didn't know if it was from you or you were,
I just have something really low in the background.
Okay, that's
me. But if it's distracting, let me know. Is it okay? Or tell me yes or no. Yeah, it's just really, really light in the background. Okay, good. Whew, I need it because I feel like it keeps me more grounded. All right, walk the feet so that the knees are over the ankles. And let's take a little water break just because I see some of you getting a little thirsty, and I definitely am too.
Eva, we can hardly hear it. It's actually a kind of a little bit of a rumble.
Yeah, it's really vibrational music. And I do it just because it helps me stay more focused. But if it's distracting for you, please let me know and I will turn it off because I don't want it to be, I don't want it to distract from what I'm doing. How's everybody feeling so far? Understand what's up? It's okay. All right. Good. The reason that I like to take a lot of yoga classes and watch what other instructors do is that sometimes I feel like I get stuck in a rut of doing the same things over and over. And I like to find a new way because, you know, we do side bends, we do stretches, we do twists, and there's just different ways to put it together that makes it interesting, I think. But it's really the same thing every time. All right, let's start by getting towards the lower body, hug the right knee into the chest. Give it a nice squeeze, point and flex through your toes. Wiggling out your toes if you can. And then finding a rotation to that ankle. And then reversing the rotation. Rest your leg whenever you need to. And then we're gonna move into some circles. Letting your right hand help your right knee guide around in a few times. Maybe even opening out a little bit wider. And then reversing that direction. Good. Release the right leg down. Take it out to the side and do a little bit of in and out movement as we start to really get the synovial fluid in our hip moving, because we need that joint to be moving smoothly. Bring the right foot in, tuck the toes under. Now I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see. If this doesn't feel good on you, then don't do it. So you're gonna tuck the toes under and just stretch the top of your foot. If you get a cramp, then just stop. But I know this is a weird pose. Some people love it, some people hate it, okay? Some of you love it. If anybody who were dancers, yeah. If you were a dancer in the past, you might find that this is familiar, okay? And then untuck that toe and tap out the right foot, like Thumper. Think about Thumper on the Bambi movie, right? All right, let's do the same thing on the left. So left knee comes in, give it a nice squeeze. Good, point and flex. The ankle, get the toes moving. And then circle the ankle around. Anytime you need a break, you're just gonna lower the leg. You know, do whatever you need to do here and then reverse.
Eva, your music is louder than you.
Is it? Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. Or I'm just gonna move it away. How's that?
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes.
Good, and then add some circles to that leg, to that knee, so that the hip's really getting some movement. Thanks for letting me know, Lynn. Good, and then reverse the circles. I just need lots of soothing and calming stuff today. Good. Bringing the leg out to the side, we're just going to do an in and out movement. And then bringing the toe under. Oh, see, this side I get a cramp, so I can only do it for a little while. Yeah, so just kind of be aware. This may or may not feel good. Just depends on your body. We don't do this very often in our life. How often do we stretch the top of our ankles, our foot? We don't do it very often. Good.
Eva, the
Yes.
only way I can do it is to stand up and put my foot back. I can't do it sitting. Just that maybe somebody else might have the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
turn your upside down.
So we'll try it. We'll try it standing as well. So good point, Christine. And let's tap out that left foot. I love this. I love the feedback. It's always fine, you know, to do that when we're testing things out, because that's a new pose. I hadn't really taught much of that at all. All right, and then releasing that foot Good. We're gonna start by taking our wide stance, our wide leg, and then doing our windshield wipers. So we're just gonna go right and left a few times. And then when you're ready, we're gonna move to the right side. Now, some of you said that this was a little too intense for you. So feel free to keep your knees closer together and then just a little bit over to that right side, okay? If this is okay and you're not feeling like this is too intense, then you're going to reach your left foot back a little bit. So the idea of this is that we want to start to feel the outer hip on that left side. Here's another place to try. So keep your right hand on your chair. Here's another place to try the toe untucked, even if it's just for a breath or two. And if it doesn't feel good, come right back to the tucked toe, okay? It's just another place to try it. Now we're going to think about lengthening that hip down away from us. Now take your left hand to your left shoulder. We're going to do this little gliding. With an inhale, the elbow comes up, the hip reaches down. And with an exhale, the hip comes up while the elbow reaches toward the hip. So we're kind of crunching in one direction and then straightening or stretching in the other direction. Let's take that a couple times. Inhale to stretch, really reaching that hip. Good. And then bringing it together. The next time we stretch, let's say we can take that elbow and reach forward, coming into more of a diagonal stretch. Maybe the arm even reaches out. Good. Good. When you're ready, we're going to release all of that. Come back through center. And then just notice, does that side feel different than the one that we haven't gotten to yet? Yeah, so wiggle it out, do whatever feels good here, maybe even a forward fold. So we were talking about the SI joint and how our spine and our pelvis meet in the back. And sometimes when we have hip, low back pain, the SI joint just needs some of the muscles around it to stretch out. And once the muscles stretch, that maybe we can get our pelvis back in line with where it needs to be. This is just one of those stretches. All right, so with the legs wide, we're going to shift over to the left. Remember, you can make it super gentle just by barely, sliding over to the left. Or you can tuck that right toe under and lean to the right, or turn to the right. Again, option to tuck the foot. So point the toes so that you're on the tops of the feet. I'm not going to hold that for very long. It feels weird. Right hand to right shoulder. And with an inhale, lift the elbow, but reach your right hip down. Good. And with an exhale, elbow comes down, hip actually hikes up. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, bring it together. Last one. And the next time we reach up and away, we're going to bring that right elbow out in front of us diagonally a little bit, noticing how that feels, maybe stretching out the arm. Take a couple of breaths here. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the hand back to the shoulder, unwind from our side straddle position. Good. Again, a little bit of wiggling, maybe a side to side, maybe a circle movement, maybe even a forward fold if that feels good, just to lean forward, letting your head relax. Good. Bring your hands back to your thighs, slowly roll back up. Yay. Phew, we're getting the whole body going today. All right, so let's do some finger exercises, and then we'll take a little break. We did this last week, and I still like them. It's the thumb twiddle. All right, but it's actually every finger. So we're going to let all the fingers touch and keep the palms away from each other. Good. Now, see if you can take your thumbs and twiddle your thumbs. That's not so hard, right? What about if you reverse it? Although my thumbs are the ones that are the most sore from arthritis. But generally they have a lot of mobility in them. All right, let the thumbs touch. We're gonna have to bend the big fingers a little bit to let the index fingers circle around. This is weird, isn't it? And then reverse the circle. Each finger may be different. Keep the index fingers, move to the middle. Oh, I don't know about that one. That one's different. And then reverse that. Oops, we got somebody joining a little bit late. Good. Beautiful. And then move to the ring finger, twiddling your ring fingers. If you're just joining, you think, what the heck are these people doing? Hi, Donna. And then reverse that. Weird, right? Those ring fingers don't like to move on their own. And then finally the pinkies. Oh, I don't know about that one. And then reverse. So we're twiddling our thumbs and our fingers today. Good. Now do a little bit of push-ups, bringing the fingers together and then over to the fingertips. Good. Now interlace your hands, press your palms away. Good. We're going to do a bend and press. Bend and press. Bend. This time press, reach out and back, letting your shoulders roll down and back, open and close your hands. Good. One more time, clasping the hands together, opposite hand on top. The way that feels weird, press the palms forward. If it's okay to come up high, you can do high, otherwise keep it here, okay? So if you want to come up high, we're just going to bring it up, down and then up. And then up. Good, and then sweep the arms down and back, reach back, open and close the hands. Good, reach the arms forward, shake out your hands, your wrists. Good job, everybody. All right, so our hands are happy, I hope. It's another good time to take a water break. We're going to start moving into more of our sun salutation work today. And notice that some of you have come up with some interesting solutions to make sure that you hear me. Some of you've done some headphones or something, and that makes the sound a little bit better. Is that helping any? Yeah? Everybody's got a slightly different setup, you know, whether you're on your TV, your computer, your phone, your tablet. I don't know how anybody's watching me on a phone. That's just so tiny. All right. Okay, so how's everybody feeling so far? Yeah? All right. So think about your intention, the original intention that you set. So I said, you can close your eyes if you want. You can also just tune in and think about the original intention. Is that kind of still something you need? And is it something you're still keeping in the back of your mind? I am peaceful. For me, it's I am peaceful. I am strong. I want to stay uplifted, right? So that's my intention for my whole day, not just for this class. Okay, so today is the 3rd of the month. So we could do 3 sun salutations. Does anybody want to do more than that? Do we want to add to it a little bit? I think we'll just do 3 seated ones, and then I'm going to show you 3 standing ones. So if you're staying seated the whole time, you can do 3 seated and 3 seated again, so that's 6, right? So I'm just going to show you, I kind of came up with a little different way to do things today. So sun salutations are a movement with the breath. So we're going to make sure again that we come up to our seated mountain, feet are on the ground. Play around with where your feet are, so feel free to lift your toes, lift your heels a few times. till you feel your feet really starting to feel more connected to the ground and even a little bit out and in. I'm gonna scoot it back so y'all can see my feet a little bit better. So like feet in, feet out, kind of just feeling the outer edges and then the inner edges of your feet. And then go ahead and spread your toes, lift them up, and then bring your toes down. Even if you have shoes on, you can just imagine that your feet are a little bit wider, really connected to the ground. So even though we're in our chair, we still want to feel very grounded, pressing down into the earth. Good. So sun salutation, arms are relaxing down by the sides. Notice the length of your spine. Try to make it nice and long. Good. With an inhale, we're going to turn the palms up, reach up. And exhale, bring the hands to heart. Good. Inhale out to cactus shape, leaning halfway forward. Belly draws in. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to thighs. Forward fold, letting the belly reach a little closer to the thighs. Do not go too far unless it feels comfortable. Inhale, come up halfway. Good. Exhale, forward fold. For the first one, everybody bring your hands to your thighs so we can do the most gentle version. And then we'll just take the right arm to the right and let your body turn to the right. With an inhale and exhale, release. Left arm opens as we twist to the left. Good. Exhale, release. Hands on the thighs. Slowly come back up. Arms come together, hands to heart. Arms sweep around, hands to heart. Beautiful. So that's round one. The next two, I'm going to add some options. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus and leaning forward halfway. Exhale, hands to thighs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, release. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms up, coming up. Maybe even lifting our chest here as we look up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's add something in between. Arms reach forward. Imagine you're holding a beach ball. Lean forward. Lift your toes. Good. Lean back. Put your toes down. Lift your heels. Good. Coming back to center, we bring our hands back to heart. And last round, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhaling out to cactus as we lean forward. And exhale, hands to thighs, forward folds. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward folds. Coming halfway up, twist to your right. And exhale, release. Inhale, left. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms up. And hands to heart. Pause here, closing your eyes. Just notice how your body feels. With sun salutations, we use everything. Maybe your heart rate even gets up. Gently opening the eyes, release the hands down. Yay, good job, everybody. All right. So we're gonna make our way to standing. We're gonna do some blast offs. So let's just go with 3. So remember, blast offs can be just that you're squeezing and lifting, right? Squeezing and lifting. If you want to add more, then we're going to come all the way up. Maybe your hands are across your chest or you're reaching out and then back down. So let's count that down. That's 3, 2, 1. Good. And then the last one is blast off. Woo-hoo, good. All right. Phew. Once you make your way up, maybe walk around so you're behind your chair. And we're going to do a little rope climb. So we're just going to reach up with the right side and then the left, just as if you were climbing a rope to the sky. Good. And relaxing the arms down. Yeah, roll out the shoulders. And then with your feet, we're gonna do right knee bends, then left knee bends. So we can feel the feet connecting back to the earth again. Good. All right, I've got some notes here, some really fun stuff. And then rocking onto the heels, lift your toes, and then lifting the heels, coming up onto the balls of the feet. So play around with that. I'm gonna move my stuff out of the way. Good. And then holding onto the back of your chair, take a few big steps back, bend your knees quite a bit and let your hips reach back. Make this really soft and gentle at first, keeping a good bend in the knees and letting the hips wiggle right and left. This is our first downward facing dog, so we want to make this fairly gentle. Good, and then when you're ready, we're just going to walk forward. Bring our torso to upright. Lift your chest. Gently look up, maybe come up onto the balls of the feet. Good, and then release. Good, let's shake out one leg to the side, kicking it out a few times, and then the other side. All right, let's switch this direction a little bit. All right, so we're gonna play with the variation. I'm gonna show you the easiest, or not easiest, the highest one, and then give you the option of going lower, okay? So with the highest part of your chair facing you, we're gonna try sun salutation. So if you're sitting down, just do the seated version, okay? So we're in mountain pose. And then with an inhale, we reach up. And with an exhale, swan dive, hands to the back of the chair. Forward fold, bending as much as you want to. Good, inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Good, step back with your right foot. Stretch the back of that heel as if you were really trying to stretch your calf, which is really what it is for here. Good, and then step the right foot forward. And then let the left foot come back. Really pressing that heel back. I think I definitely feel it in the back of my calf and the back of my foot. Good, step it forward again. Good, back to forward fold. And then inhale, coming up, sweep the arms up. And hands to heart. Good, so if you like that variation, stick with that one or take a break. If you would like to try a little different variation and you wanna go a little further in the pose, turn your chair so that the seat is facing you. Or you might have a coffee table or something like that, different height, right? We're gonna come through that same set of poses. Good, so mountain pose. Good, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive, hands to the seat of the chair, maybe your elbows to the seat of the chair. This is our forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, bringing maybe your torso up a little bit higher. Good, exhale back down to forward fold. Now, either keeping your elbows down or your hands on the seat of the chair, step your right foot back. Press back with your heel. And then step your right foot forward. Left foot back. Left foot forward. Back down to forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway up. Good. Beautiful. And then hands to hips. Slowly bring the rest of the torso up. Nice job. Ooh, gets a little complicated, right? Ooh, let's release by just swinging side to side. So there's a lot of different ways to do sun salutations. That's just a couple of different variations. We've done 3 different variations today. Grab a quick drink of water. We're going to do a couple more standing poses. We talked about how the place where the SI joint can cause low back pain And it's because of the muscles and the nerves in that area. So another place that we can find a little release is through the sides of our body, the sides of our hips, okay? So we're gonna try a triangle pose with your right hand on your chair. We're gonna just take the feet a little wider. So I would normally have my chair in front of me, but I wanna keep it out of the way, okay? And then we're just gonna take and turn the right toes to the right. So normally we bend the knee, but today we're not. We're gonna just let the left hip reach out to the left. So think about this as a sassy hip. Anybody feel that? Outer part of the hip? So you can stay here, you can breathe. Some of you may be able to bring your hand down the leg a little further or down to the chair. So your choice. This is called triangle pose. Beautiful. All right. Nice job. Maybe the left arm reaches up, maybe not. Good. And then slowly come back up. Good. Turn both toes forward, wiggle out the hips. All right. Now I'm not going to change my sides of the chair, but if you are on one side, you can shift where your chair is or turn around the other way. So we're going to do other side. So left toes go to the left. Right hip reaches to the right. So think about it as a sassy hip, right? We're reaching that right hip out to the right. So you can stay here, or again, your hand could be on your chair. You might go a little further. Maybe your hand is holding onto your thigh. Good. So you can choose any variation. Just don't put too much, don't put any direct weight on your knee. And then if you want, right arm reaches out. Notice if you're still breathing. Notice if you're still staying calm. Back off if you need to. And slowly come back up. Good. Turning the both toes forward. And then walk the feet a little closer together. We're going to do some gentle swings. Coat swings. Imagining the coat sleeves just flopping around. Good. All right. And then coming to center, watch it, we're going to come to the right side of our chair. And we're going to do a repeat of yesterday's class, the balance pose that we did there. If you're doing it again, it's good repetition. And if you missed yesterday, now you're getting it. So we're going to do our tightrope. So we checked in with our feet already, right? We already know how our feet feel. And actually, this is a good place for Christine's suggestion is, can you tuck the right toes under and see how that feels on the top of your foot? It's a little more accessible here, maybe. Good, and then other side. So, and you don't have to be still, you can actually do a little wiggle. Notice how it changes when you shift to different parts of the foot. One side may feel different. Mine's okay on one side and not as good on the other. Good, beautiful. Whew. Nice job. Okay, now we're going to do our tightrope. So think about the center line of your body. And we're just going to take the right foot and bring it in front of the left. It could be toe to heel. If you will squeeze your thighs, you might find that it feels a little more stable. Find your focal point. If it still feels very wobbly here, take the right foot to the right a little bit. So choose whatever variation works for you here. Try to shift enough weight so that you feel weight equally in the front foot and the back foot, as if you were taking a step. And then see if you can release your chair. If not, it's just one arm, okay? Good, so this is quite a bit of work in the ankles, the center of our body. Maybe we are like a tree with its roots stacked up a little bit. Good. Ooh, that was harder than it looks, doesn't it? Step it back. Do a little march. Oh, yeah. That pose is much harder than it looks. I do not know how tightrope walkers do this at all. And then we're gonna do the opposite side. So you don't even have to change sides of your chair. All we're gonna do is step the left foot in front of the right foot. If you already know that this is gonna be too wobbly, take the left foot to the left a little, okay? So choose, but also shift your weight slightly into that foot so that the weight is in both feet. Good. Find your focal point. Something you can look at that's not moving. Good. And then test this side. Breathe, focus. Good. And then when you're ready, step it back, do a little march. Woo. And for me, it feels good just to hug one knee in and then the other. Nice job. Woo. So they call this, tightrope, or they say DUI, right? It's like, how would we do on DUI? I don't know. I think it's hard to do no matter what. Okay. Beautiful job, everybody. All right, when you're ready, have a seat. Come on back to your chair. Take a sip of water, take a little rest. Good. Ooh, for me, it feels good just to sit back. I know that's like maybe cheating a little bit, but for me, it just feels good to sit back. Maybe even lean back, right? So you can kind of just play with this sensation. If you'd rather do a forward fold, you can. This is just kind of the opposite of forward fold. And then coming back into our upright position, scooting forward, we do have just a couple more stretches. We'll hold the back of the right leg and lift it and extend it, doing a few little kicks here. And then as you extend it, give your back of your knee a little massage. That's an area that we can kind of get tight sometimes. Good. And then go ahead and cross the right ankle over the left knee if it's available. And if it's not, you're going to cross ankle over ankle, okay? So choose what works for you, making sure your left knee is over your left ankle, right leg off to the side, right knee is off to the side. So this is our pigeon pose, pointing those toes forward. Good. Then if you have room, this is really, really good for that SI joint and sciatic issue. Then you slightly come forward as if your belly was trying to reach towards your chest. If your belly was trying to reach towards your shin. Do not try to go too far here. Just notice how it feels. Breathe into this. Slowly come up about halfway. We're going to take the right hand to whatever part of the foot, the thigh, or whatever you can reach, and then let yourself twist to the left. You can hold the back of your chair. Good. And then releasing the twist, slowly come back up. Let's try knee over knee or ankle over ankle with knees together. Your choice, what works better for your hips. And we're going to take both hands around that right knee and see if we can draw it in toward the center. See how that really kind of gets into that outer hip area. And then take a little twist to the right, turning your torso over to the right side. Good. Unwind from the twist, uncross the legs, send that right leg out, stretching across the front of that thigh. And using your right hand to hold onto the bottom of the chair, we're just going to lift the left arm and stretch out. Good. And then release. Good. Right leg comes back in. And somebody help me remember, how did we do this? Because we've got to do the whole sequence on the other side. All right, I didn't quite have everything written down. You got it? Okay. Hold the back of the left thigh. We're gonna do a few kicks. Good. And then with the leg extended, massage the back of the knee. Just so you're aware that all of the muscles in the leg come together behind the knee. Well, most of the muscles, I should say most. When you're ready, we're gonna cross left ankle over right. Or on the ankle, okay? So whatever your hips allow. Keep your toes flexed forward. Let the legs start to relax here. Good, depending on you, this may be enough for you. If you want a little more, you're gonna go ahead and start to lean forward. Think about reaching your belly towards your calf or your shin. No straining, just feeling, breathing. The longer you're in this pose and actually start to let go of any gripping, the more you're going to get some benefit. Slowly come about halfway up. Take your left hand over to what part of the right leg or right foot you can reach, and then turn your body to the right. Maybe your left hand reaches behind you. Right hand reaches behind you. And releasing the twist, bring your body up to neutral. And see if you can do left knee over right knee or left ankle over right ankle. Knees are together. Taking both hands around that left knee, draw it in toward the center. And we're just trying to give a little nice stretch to that outer hip here, maybe turning our body over to that left side. Letting the body come back to center, uncross the legs, stretch it out to the left. Letting this all open up right here. Left hand holds the bottom of the chair, right arm reaches up. I'm gonna keep my elbow bent because this is my shoulder that I'm taking care of. But you're welcome to stretch that arm out. Good, and then coming out of that, rock the left leg forward. Good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, a little forward fold. Head relaxes, maybe elbows on thighs. A little wiggle side to side. Let your head gently shake no and yes. And then bringing your hands back to your thighs, slowly come back up. Let's test the sensation in the feet. If we take our knees wide and feet so that the outer edges of our feet are on the ground, just notice how that feels. It's the feet, the ankles, and the thighs, the groin area that we're kind of stretching out here. We call this cobbler's pose. Good. And then bring the feet down and legs wide. And now let your knees come in towards each other while you roll to the inner edges of your feet. If this causes any knee pain, then just bring the knees back up. We don't ever want to put a lot of weight on the legs with the knees in this particular direction. Good. Circle out through the wrists and other direction. Releasing the hands, let's bring the knees to stand up over the ankles, walk the feet back in. Good. Take a deep breath, sweep out the arms. Inhaling here and exhale, give yourself a hug. Oh, that's my hug for you. Pat on the back. Good. Maybe taking those elbows and drawing a circle. And reversing. Good. Notice that this may be eagle pose, right? So this may be eagle pose. We start with hands on the shoulders and then maybe the backs of the hands touch. Good. Release. Sweep the arms out. Notice which arm was on top. I forgot to tell you. Exhale, opposite arm on top. Good. Nice hug. Maybe doing a little wiggling. Good. Circling with the elbows. And reverse. And again, testing maybe that eagle pose. Nice job. It's a good job. Everybody's kind of doing what their body needs here. Good. When you're ready, we're just going to inhale, open out the arms wide, relax the arms down, roll out the shoulders. And then find any last bit of movement you need. Was it the head? Is it the hands? Or are you just ready to sit all the way back and just enjoy? So I'm going to turn the music back up because we're going to now sit all the way back. Feel yourself really becoming heavy in the chair. Let go of all effort. Take another deep breath in the nose and a big sigh. Closing your eyes. Settling in here. Noticing any part of the body that needs a little more relaxation. As you're ready, gently bring your attention back to the moment. Notice how it feels simply to be still and just notice your breath. Notice how you feel emotionally or mentally if you stay in the moment. Slowly invite some gentle movement, wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe letting the head rock side to side. Taking your time as you reinvigorate the body or just gently bring some activity back into the muscles, allowing things to move around. If it feels good, you can stretch out. And then as you're ready, gently open the eyes, bringing ourselves right back to where we started at the very beginning. Take another deep breath through the nose. Exhale with a big sigh. Good. And if you feel a little calmer, more peaceful, or more at ease today, let's try to hold on to that feeling as much as we can, imagining that we have that now in the palm of our hands. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Seal in that sense. Come back to your intention. I am peaceful. I am strong. I am joyful. May you have a wonderful day. May you stay calm. And may you also just look for the light in everything. The light in these season honors the beautiful light in each of you. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Mwah.